Assisting persons with disabilities is critically important because they did not choose to be disabled but want to help themselves. If we do not help them to be able to work and raise their family's economy, they will be a burden on their families and society. Hence, the policy is to assist them to be self-dependent so that they become useful to society. Royal Address of His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej. In Thailand, some people experience inequality in healthcare, which is rooted in a lack of political, social, and economic power. Most of such people are women, children, the aged, displaced people, ethnic minorities, inmates, people with disabilities, people suffering from chronic illness and conditions. Vulnerable populations are defined as those at greater risk for poor health status and healthcare access, and those without adequate potential access to care. Empowerment to improve quality of life of people with disabilities. Pattaya City, among foreigners, is a major tourist destination of Thailand. But as regards social dimension and life, the city has stories about opportunities and human dignity. At the Redemptorist Vocational School for People with Disabilities, after the morning assembly, stand in line, and national flag raising, the students will go to their respective classes chosen as per their liking and interest. The school offers courses on computer science, electronics, English language, design and drafting, and quality development for people with disabilities. To date, more than 2,000 students from Thailand and neighboring countries have graduated from the school and had jobs. Mr. Udomchok Churat, director of the Redemptorist Vocational School for People with Disabilities, said, "This school is under the Redemptorist Foundation for People with Disabilities. It is one of the foundation's activities established decades ago, according to the initiatives of Father Ray, who wanted the disabled to have vocational skills and occupations and ability to help themselves with dignity." Mr. Suphontham Mongkol Sawat, the secretary of the Redemptorist Foundation, said, "The work of the Redemptorist Foundation for People with Disabilities comprises several activities, as per the intention of Father Ray, to help disabled people. The Foundation's direction is to be an organization that offers educational programs, job placement services, and occupational promotion, capacity building for people with disabilities, and leadership in making changes and empowerment for the disabled to live in the society of equality and the environment and atmosphere that promotes volunteer spirit and be happy and successful in livelihood." Today, in this computer programming class, Chatchai Thong Prasi, a student in the Information System Development Program, is one of the people with disabilities who have got an opportunity to study and work with computer after graduation. Chatchai Thong Prasi, student, Redemptorist Vocational School for People with Disabilities, said, "The reason for me to study here is that after my graduation from this school, I will be able to find a job easily, more easily than finishing general education. It is more convenient here. I expect to get a job in this field and earn my own living, not being a burden on parents. Here we are taught to be self-reliant." In addition to giving people with disabilities an opportunity to learn, this school also has children with mental retardation to intellectual disability as their target group. This shop, located in the compound of the foundation, was established for mental retardation to intellectual disability people to practice doing and selling things. Mr. Sumed Ponkacha, caretaker of the Father Ray Center for Children with Special Needs, said that this project is an activity of the foundation. Some children do not like to learn or are unable to learn due to a brain problem. So we give them vocational training, doing and selling things that fit their capacity, and socializing. Father Ray Center for Children with Special Needs was established for children and youth with mental retardation to intellectual disability so that they have an opportunity to learn and develop their learning skills in various forms, according to their ability. After finishing their learning or training course, they will live their own life and socialize. So we focus on vocational training in various branches for the learners to have a job afterwards. Bas, 19 years of age, is another example of someone with artistic and other talents. Under the care of teachers of the center, he has developed his liking and abilities until many pieces of his work can be sold. Here there are teaching processes undertaken by experts in development of children with special needs. Bad Supanat Wiengkam said, I had a chance to do a sculpture at a national skills contest for the disabled and many other events. My mother has seen it, and I have also joined a painting contest. Teacher Guy said, Bas has received many awards. Artistic works have had a therapeutic effect for him and helped him to be more concentrated in doing his work. He gave the cash awards he received to his grandmother, who has raised him since he was a child. At the same time, the foundation has established the Redemptorist Job Placement Agency for the Disabled to provide employment or job-related services, such as occupational counseling, skills development, pre-employment preparedness, creation of understanding for business enterprises about hiring the disabled, job placement, and employment monitoring evaluation. Meanwhile, another important activity is encouraging the disabled to be aware of their rights and get access to such rights through the counseling at the Hotline 1479 Center. Samrit Chapirom, manager of the Redemptorist Center for the Disabled Rights Protection, said, we help the disabled to know about their rights and help them to receive what they are entitled to, such as prosthesis and orthosis, under the Universal Health Coverage Scheme. Sometimes we have to help coordinate certain actions, as there might be a gap in the service provision, and verbal communication could help with such a matter. The hotline service is part of the rights protection for the disabled, and it also helps coordinate with external agencies in policy and legal issues. At present, the foundation's scope has been expanded to cover many other groups of people with disabilities, and it has created understanding among members of society so that the disabled and the able-bodied people can live together compassionately, as seen in the communication media in various dimensions. Dr. Wachara Riupaiboon, Director of Mission Group, Health Systems Research Institute, said, as for the case of the Redemptorist Foundation for People with Disabilities, they have been working continually to give opportunities to people with disabilities to be self-reliant, which is different from that in the public sector. Generally, state agencies tend to create a network and encourage empowerment for such individuals to be self-reliant and change agents, serving as a core person for disadvantaged, remote disabled persons to assemble and adopt an occupation as an enterprise that is regarded as the raising of level of livelihood and opportunity extension so that they can live in society. Besides, they also work on public communications, making other people to learn and understand the capacity of disabled people, which is a good example. This is a case study that indicates that Thailand's work for people with disabilities is not a conclusion. Rather, there will be next steps. Many of the disabled have been spending their lives in society as generally evident. To date, the work of the Redemptorist Foundation for People with Disabilities has spread its concepts that have been turned into action more clearly.